I love this sound, amazing sound, I want to tell you. Amazing eagle I have. And yes, hello to everyone who is joined now, because today we have amazing topic. And this topic will be about ChatGPT. Yes, I know not so much about ChatGPT. I remember that once I tried to do, maybe I need to, because I cannot hear myself. Okay. And yes, I know that once I tried to do live stream with you about ChatGPT, and because I know so little about this, I decided, okay, what if I will try to understand again? What if I will give to myself another chance? And I hope that it will be interesting for me, like as for you, like for all of us it will be interesting. And before we will start, it would be amazing if you will give your likes. It will be really amazing. You can prepare tea, coffee, juice, whatever you like to drink. I prepared black tea with milk. It is delicious. Oh my gosh. And yes, also I have amazing mood, as always, amazing mood. And I wanted to show you my tea which I have. Those tea which I had before, Lindsay, I drank all tea which you gave to me. Now I have another one. Heather bought for me this. It is a black tea, quite delicious too. Yes. And by the way, let's tell hi to all of you, to our community, because we have crazy cool community. And hello to last one. Heart to you, last one. Hello to Lisa Marshall. Thank you for all your support that you're doing for our Eagle community. For Alex Live, for my English world. Lisa, you are amazing. Thank you. Hello to Wildcat. Hello to Adams. Happy to see you. I see Emma. Emma, as always, happy to see you, and also happy to see Adrian. Hello to Adrian too. And as always, see your message. Thomas Lee, you're cool. You're cool. And of course, I think that when we are talking ChatGPT, I always think about something like I have distance between myself and ChatGPT, and this distance I think quite is understandable, because fully to understand all capability of ChatGPT, not everyone is understanding, let's be honest. And today I hope in this video I will be able to understand something. This video will be short, of course, not so long, but I hope that it will be understandable. And yes, if you know something about these technologies, please leave your comments. I will be happy to understand, try to understand. But what I want to tell you, how I am using ChatGPT right now in my life. I have quite interesting, it's generator, something like generator, which I'm using now. And this generator helping me to understand, helping me to improve my opportunity, my ability to study Chinese characters. Because yes, you know that I started to study Chinese, and every day my teacher, I have tutor, every day we have one lesson, just 1 hour, not so long, just 1 hour, and he's giving me a task, like to write down, example, today I needed to write down 10 characters to write down. And because strokes, like characters, they have strokes, and you need to write them in order, I'm generating. I'm using website, and this website has chat, something I don't know, something program like ChatGPT, I don't know. It is smart program, and it is generating for me example. You can see strokes and order how to write these strokes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Technology is helping people to understand a lot of things and create some kind of like program example for training. If you decided to go to the gym, they can help you to create a program like for exercises, etc., etc., etc. In my situation, because I decided I want to be, how to say, multilingual in some way, and that's why I decided to use this program for characters. But I know that it is not everything. Example, in Japan, you can find one writer. She won one prize, quite a good, like a interesting prize, and she admitted she was using ChatGPT in her writing. In like a 5% of her writing was written by ChatGPT, and she admitted this. And I'm like, wow, it is quite fascinating story. And I know that the more we go further, the more will be ChatGPT and these technologies in our life. But at this moment, but it doesn't mean that studying languages, it's like you can forget about this. No, no, no. Studying languages, it is always helpful, and it's necessary for, I believe, for every human being to study. But yes, I hope that today I will find new information about ChatGPT. I hope this information will help me to understand a little bit more about this life itself, because come on, it is fascinating to find something new. And yes, let's jump into topic. And by the way, I found out that I want to have car, and how some people say that I'm doing car begging, and this words mine. You can support me and buy me a coffee, and you can give one coffee for my future car. To be honest, I'm spending a lot of time in home, and but in future I think that it would be nice to have a car anyway. And yes, it would be nice if you will support me by giving one coffee. It would be amazingly cool. One moment, I need to take away my tea, because it is, I do not like when it is too strong. Yes, I forget about the bag of tea. Okay, let's go. Let's jump into this video. My understanding of technology is not so, like, I think that technologies, it is like they're changing every day. You can find so new like technologies every day everywhere, and America is number one in creating technologies. You can find that America is country which is giving opportunity to companies like to create all this stuff which world is using. And yes, you can find such countries where like which have good like and amazing companies. And this I can tell about also about South Korea and Japan and Germany. Germany, they're creating good cars. Japan, they're creating good printers and cameras. South Korea, they also creating good cars. And yes, America creating good iPhones, laptops, everything. And yes, not every country can do this, for sure. You can count them. Anyway, let's go. Let's jump. I know that it will be mind-blowing, I hope, this video. But in future, I'm sure that, example, you will not need to study. Can you imagine this future where you will not need to study for your education, because you will need to do only instructions from ChatGPT, example, if you're a doctor. Like, is it possible? I don't know. If you're a doctor, ChatGPT giving you instructions what to do. Can it be so? Who knows? Who knows? I think that everything is possible. Everything. Yes, thank you, Lisa Marshall, for giving the link from Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, and yes. Wildcats, hello to you. Happy to see you. Everyone does it on YouTube, Alex. Don't be embarrassed. It is a job for you and others. I wouldn't do it. What are you talking about? Doing what? We understand your situation, Alex. You are not begging for a car. Yes. I said this about myself by myself. Like, I know that like everyone is talking about donations, and I think I how to say, I feel normal. I feel harmony with this. I'm not feeling embarrassed about asking about donations at all, because all YouTubers doing this, and on Patreon, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, and I'm doing this for years. That's how my YouTube works. I think. Come on. Soon, I don't know, not soon, but it would be nice to have my own even shorts, to sell my shorts, like my English World, and maybe to have some eagles there. I don't know. Maybe one day I will do this. How? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe people, this company will give me a lot of money. Like, can you imagine? My English World. Something like this. Okay, let's go. I wouldn't do YouTube. I mean Alex. Alex marriage. Yeah, it is Alex marriage. It would be nice. It would be fun to have.
Mind blown by ChatGPT.
One moment. From the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start the games. Hungry Games.
Guys, I have been mind blown by ChatGPT. It is the best AI I've ever used, and it's already changing the world by writing books that are being sold on Amazon, creating super popular tweets for influencers, and even writing and passing university exams. So I decided to push it to the limits and find the top 10 best things you can do with it that'll change your life.
Change your life. I think that she has energy for sure. I would buy Alex merch for sure. It would be nice. It would be nice, because I don't know when I will do this, because I don't know. I need to look for this. At this moment, I have such opportunity to start to do this. We will see. We will see. Maybe I need to invest into this something like money, or some like some design style of toys. I don't know. I think it would be nice. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oops, where's my, where it is? It's here. I lost my window because I have many windows here. Okay, let's go.
So to get started, open your browser and head on over to chat.openai.com. It'll ask you to sign up, so just pop in your details and then you're pretty much good to go. And one of the first powerful things you've got to do with it is ask it to summarize things. Like if you have a web link to a super long article that you don't necessarily want to spend your time reading, you can go ahead, copy that link, then hop into ChatGPT and actually ask it to summarize this article for you in one sentence, then just paste the link and watch the magic happen, as ChatGPT does an incredible job at summarizing what would...
Wow. I'm receiving, I think that such summarizing, it is useful for those who is trying to understand a little bit, like who has like a little bit of everything. Example, when you have a lot of information to process, sometimes it is useful to have like at least some understanding. But what I found difficult in ChatGPT, one of the thing, it is vocabulary. ChatGPT using sometimes difficult vocabulary. I don't know, maybe for you it is easier. I found sometimes like it is like the way how sentences structured, the way how ChatGPT like having everything like vocabulary quite terrible. I mean, like for me, maybe it's not terrible. By all means, it is a smart vocabulary. It is good choice. Everything is amazing. Just terrible for English learners. It can be for sure, and that's for sure. But yeah, it is. Hello to you, Lorian Praznovsky. Happy to see you. Nice to see you, Lorian. And it is very interesting. I found, but yes, summarizing example books. You can maybe I need to summarize about some books which I want to read in future, just to have general idea. Maybe it would be nice, yeah, if they can summarize about ChatGPT about magazines, articles. Maybe it would be nice to see some summarization about books too, at least to like to have general understanding, because to read books not everyone has opportunity or time. I don't know. Yeah, it would be nice maybe to do about some books, but again, I do not like short ways. Sometimes I prefer example to, if you are reading, to read example all article, not part of this article, but all, or do not read at all, something like this. But sometimes you like you do not have time, you like looking main idea for main idea. Maybe that's good. That's crazy cool. That's crazy cool thing I want to tell you. Hello to you, Sam Nonia. Happy to see you, Sam Nonia. Hello, Sam Nonia. Hi. Okay, let's go.
Would have been a fairly long article to read into a couple of sentences that you can read in seconds. But what really blew my mind is you can ask it to summarize YouTube videos. And this is really useful, especially when the videos are long like this podcast, which was 1 hour and 12 minutes. All you do is select the link, hit that copy button, and once again in ChatGPT, ask it to summarize this video, then paste the link, but importantly, head on back to the YouTube video and also copy the title, then paste that title just below the link. I'm not gonna lie.
Gosh, some people were talking about, Alex, I do not have 1 hour to watch. Guys, now you can summarize all my speech, everything what I said. Like, I was talking thousands hours online, thousands. To watch everything is impossible. Now you know way how to cheat. You can copy link and you can see summarization everything what I said. And in case you can look at this and like, wow, you can understand general idea. Maybe I should do this once in a while to understand myself better. Because what I was talking yesterday about, what I was talking 2 weeks ago about, and to understand and to analyze my own speech and topics which I was covering. Gosh, it is cool. Can you imagine? Yes, it would be nice to check myself. I mean, like, what I was talking, example, yesterday, and how ChatGPT will tell about, like, what I was covering. Wow, it is crazy, and it is quite interesting, I would say. And yes, hello to you, Catherine Alvan. Hello, Catherine. I didn't know that GPT did this. I didn't know this either. I didn't know. Gosh, it is crazy. It is crazy. It is already not a waste of time. I mean, like, this live stream gave us new information.
Without using the title, you can sometimes get some mixed results, but once again, instantly, it gives you a summary of what was actually in the video without having to spend an hour and 12 minutes. Where things get really crazy is it can summarize hundreds of pages in seconds. So again, instead of spending hours of reading through files or documents, you can literally just copy the pages of text, then go into ChatGPT and type out TLDR, too long didn't read. Then just ask it to
TLDR, too long to read?
Then go into ChatGPT and type out TLDR, too long didn't read.
Too long, didn't read, okay.
Then just ask it to summarize in 2 sweet sentences for you. Paste all those pages of text and watch as this bad boy spits out the quickest summary you've ever seen. And what's crazy is just how fast it can do it.
Yeah, it is happening fast, and I think that it is a very nice feature. I mean, like, come on. I mean, you can, information in modern times is changing like pretty fast, and I've heard so many times opinion, like people were talking to me, Alex, why you studying Chinese when ChatGPT it will be not valuable in future, something like this. But I still believe, yes, I believe in, like, example, if I was not able, example, do not study English. Can you imagine? I cannot myself without English anymore. English, it is part of me. It is part of my life. Yes, ChatGPT can do some stuff, crazy stuff. You can use this. But by yourself understand English, it is thousands. It is worth of studying English. And it is everything for me now. I mean, it is part of me. And that's why I think that, by the way, like, yeah, ChatGPT, it is good tool to improve, example, your methods, to improve your approach towards studying, towards researching, towards, I don't know, maybe it can help you change your style of living in some way, the way how you're looking for information, how you checking information and stuff like this. Maybe it is, like, for this I see already good, amazingly thing. I don't know about translating. Maybe she will tell about the ChatGPT is translating things. Who knows? Let's find out.
Another thing you can do is, if you're on your phone with the same web link, you can ask ChatGPT to summarize or explain something that went on in the news or old history, and it'll make it so much quicker and easier to understand. But that is just the start. There is so much more you can do with it. Like, it can teach you pretty much anything.
Yeah. It can teach pretty much anything, and it is crazy cool. Teach me. That's what I'm using now for, I'm trying to use this example for characters, as I said before. My teacher, he's giving me every day list of characters which I need to write down. And I'm writing this down, and yes, this ChatGPT generating me in order strokes of this character which I need to write. Wow.
Now let's say you wanted to learn something really quickly. Well, instead of searching through Google or going through manuals, you can ask ChatGPT to teach you whatever it is you want. And amazingly, it actually gives you a really detailed guide and step-by-step on how to get started. It told me the chord, what fret, and even what string I needed to put my finger on to get started with playing guitar. And from what I tested, it also does a really good job at teaching you different languages and even certain software like Photoshop. And remember, what's totally wild is this is all for free. And what's also so crazy is if you're stuck on a project or some super annoying math homework,
yeah, it is. No, I think that you can find ChatGPT subscription. Good You can find some subscriptions where you will pay, example, I don't know, $10 or yearly for 1 year, example, $100. It is crazy expensive, I would say. I mean like $100. I don't know, for me it is expensive, but again, I don't think that it is like important for me. I do not have subscription right now. I'm using free ChatGPT, but you can find some websites which is giving this for subscription. Not some, but many of them. Yeah, it is for sure.
You can just put it into ChatGPT and ask it to solve it for you. Honestly, I wish I had this when I was back in school because it explains everything you need to know. Convenient. And after all that, you can still then ask it to check your project or even grade your homework for you. So for example, you could ask it to grade your paper out of 100, and bam, not only does it grade your homework or project, but it even gives you a reason as to why it gave that. So I mean, you can turn ChatGPT into Teach GPT, but you can also turn it into Doc GPT.
What? Teaches GPT and Doc GPT. I don't know, like it is crazy, just crazy.
Okay, so of course ChatGPT is not a real doctor, but it can help you get really healthy, and this seriously blew my mind. So
that's what I was talking about. I didn't know that she will talk about this in this video, but I was thinking about this before. And what if in future you don't need to study 10 years for being a doctor? What if you will have ChatGPT, which will help you? Everyone, doesn't matter who you are, which language is your native language. What if you will use ChatGPT and his explanations, example about what to do if you did something like if you burnt your example leg. I don't want anyone to do this, just happened accidentally. Oh my gosh, terrible example. Anyway, what to do, first actions, and you will like, oh, what to do, and you will find the answer. I think it is cool. It is cool to of course to understand these things and try to, yeah, it is good for people, it is convenient. But I do not believe that it will replace human being at all. I do not believe at this at all. Like, no, I do not believe at this, that it will replace human. But it is good addition. Example, in a lot of ways it will help. Like, can you imagine person living in village, like thousands or 100 miles from big city, and they do not have hospital there, or they do not have school there, but they have ChatGPT and internet. It means that studying will be easier, studying will be more convenient, because you don't need to have example tutors. You can start to study by yourself. And yes, right now especially I think that like tutors you can find already on different platforms. You don't need to have physical meeting. You can do this online by having conversation by Zoom, Skype, and different other applications. And yeah, I think it is nice. It is cool. It is really cool. Okay. But if we are talking about like programs, school programs, you can study already by using ChatGPT, and I think it is nice. It is very nice. And imagine what the world will look like in 20 years just from technological perspective. I think that, Lisa, you're right. It is just mind-blowing. Everything is changing so fast. Everything is changing so fast. Example, you can find that right now. I was looking in Kazakhstan. there was short video on Instagram. They have technologies in some stores how to pay for groceries by your biometry. Maybe they took this maybe from technology from China, I don't know, and they're using these hands to pay, or your head to pay for your groceries. They're like, what the hell? Of course, in some countries, because it is personal information, it is, but still in some countries, like in Kazakhstan, I saw that they, in some stores, they pay for groceries in one store already by head. And person was like, but it was, I don't know, she had some glasses, I don't know, and she was like, she didn't have in front of her any computer, but she was pressing in the air. And when the person was paying, like, he just showed hand, or like, and moved this hand towards her head. And she a little bit made this, I don't know, I think it is crazy. Crazy times. Crazy times. Do you mean a chip inserted in your skin, Alex? No. They didn't have a chip inserted. They didn't have. This person had biometry. Like, you know, example, face recognition on your iPhone. You know this. And this face recognition and hand recognition. You can pay by just moving and recognizing your hand. Yes, it is a little bit different. Yes, you can pay by fingerprints, and that technologies which recognize in your hand. So, like, all your hand, not only just one finger, but all something. I don't know how it's working. I just saw this short video, and I think it is fascinating. In some way, it is scary, but in another way, like, it is a little bit cool if you're thinking about this. Example for me, because I'm a person who is online, always online. I think that to try, I would love to have Vision Pro, Apple Vision Pro, but it is too expensive and it's not necessary to have. It costs $3,500. I think I would not buy this if I would have money, because at this moment it is cool to have, but it is like raw material. You will use this maybe 10 minutes of your life, that's all, and then you will not use this Vision Pro at all. I think, but in future I feel that it will be, maybe after 10 years, it will be quite cool technology. Yes. Yeah. Okay. We used fingerprints to get into my office. Yeah, it is like when you go fingerprints, you're going to the office, or I don't know, in some places, yeah, you can use this, yeah. Wildcat said, I love the new Adobe AI app. You can create anything and copyright it to yourself. Fantastic. I do not have subscription to this thing. I do not have this subscription because it is to Adobe. It is expensive. It is just expensive. And that's why I do not have. I already pay for some things. Yeah. Subscriptions on everything. Here, there. I think it is all expensive to have. But it is something that you need sometimes to have. Yes.
Let's just say you want to get fit, healthy, gain some muscle, and maybe lose some weight. You can ask it for a detailed exercise plan, and honestly, it gives some great advice and an amazing plan to follow. And if this isn't detailed enough for you, remember, you can ask it to get even more specific. We can take this one step further and ask ChatGPT to make a weekly meal plan for you with a calorie allowance, and look at how detailed it can get. You can then ask it to take that meal plan and break it down into a freaking shopping list for you. And what really blew my mind is how it categorized all the different ingredients. That's pretty life-changing.
Yeah, I think that for people who cannot cook like me, I think that it is good. It is good idea, to have such helper. I would say helper which will give you detailed information and instructions how to do this. To be honest, at this time you can find websites and YouTube channels where people doing this, and you can find this information for free without ChatGPT. But we are talking about ChatGPT, and it is plus of this ChatGPT. It is one place where you can ask everything. Just one search, just one website or program or application where you can ask everything. And as a result, you can. It is like surreal in some way when you're thinking about this, like how it can be. I mean, like, come on. In one place you can ask all questions. In one place. It is like a little bit scary, a little bit. Like when you watching movies about when robots and technologies can conquer the world. I was watching Rick and Morty, and in one season, yogurt. Was it that? Yogurt? Conquer this world. Or cats. There was it was very interesting situation, and as a result, I was surprised. Okay, let's go.
What you can also ask it to do is come up with a great recipe for you based on what couple food items you have at home. So for example, if you only have a couple ingredients laying around, you can ask ChatGPT what you can cook with these ingredients, and it'll actually generate different recipes for you. Or you can even ask it for a recipe on a specific meal, like let's say you were allergic to nuts, or maybe you wanted a vegan mac and cheese. So ChatGPT can turn into a lot of things, but it can also turn into you.
Yeah.
It is so wild that it can even do this, but let's just say you copied a message or email that you've written and head into ChatGPT. You can ask it to analyze a message and learn to write like you. It'll ask you to paste in exactly what message or mail you've written so it can learn from it, and once you do, it's absolutely insane at what it picks up and how accurate it is. For example, I have a casual way of speaking, I like to use these words, and I have some humor in my writing. Not wrong. This is kind of like making an AI clone of yourself. And it's actually pretty useful, especially when you need ChatGPT to write and reply for you. People will literally think you wrote everything.
Yeah. And I know that some people are using ChatGPT for writing, I think, different programs. It can help you to write even program. Am I correct or not? Okay.
And if that doesn't blow your mind, then check this out. You can paste anything into ChatGPT and ask it to rewrite it in a person's style, like Snoop Dogg, for example. This was honestly hilarious, and I also couldn't believe at how well it rewrote it in his style.
Hales world all the way.
But what's even better is you can assign personas to ChatGPT, and what's crazy is it'll give you better responses when it's in that character. You do just have to prompt.
Sorry, I was receiving messages and I'm like, I turn off these messages.
ChatGPT to pretend to be the specific person, but then after that, every time you chat to it, it'll respond like that person would. Whether it's Snoop Dogg, Oprah Winfrey, or Abraham Lincoln, the options are honestly endless. And this can actually be so useful, especially when you need to ask ChatGPT for some advice.
If your employees are traveling, you...
Yes, I see future in ChatGPT. I mean, in a lot of ways. I don't know how it will change life completely, but I can only imagine. I do not know for sure. I can imagine that it will change drastically the life of everyone, but at the same time I'm understanding that people relying on technologies already so much. Example, phones, emails, computers, laptops, watches, and other stuff, printers. It's all technologies, and people relying on these every day, every minute. I think that it is crazy cool. It is making our life more convenient. And people by itself should think more about creativity, not about survival skills, but about creativity, how like art, about other stuff. That's what I think what people should think about this world, about making this world better. And yes, you said to Rick and Morty brilliant, Alex. That's how my mind works. Yes, Rick and Morty, it is kind of crazy thing. I mean, I watched 5 seasons and I got nothing from this, but 5 seasons it is a lot. I mean, like, it is fun. It is hilariously fun. And there you can find a lot of nonsense, a lot of jokes, a lot of life, lessons and how not to do and how not to live. I think it is crazy show which can be just fun to watch. And about ChatGPT, I'm sure that it's so crazy. You can find there are so many lessons, and I believe that in future there will be more and more stuff like this in the basic life. Like people will use this, and gosh, can you imagine here in the USA they're creating these technologies, and there was even some conferences how about regulations where these boundaries of using ChatGPT, and there was agreement that like there was conference in the USA where like they tried to make these regulations because ChatGPT it is new unknown territory. It is new unknown territory, and there must be something that must be regulated. I mean, like, it's logical. I mean, yeah. Oh, one sound.
Advice because your roommate kept stealing your banana.
What advice can you give me if my roommate keeps stealing my bananas?
Well, you can ask ChatGPT to help you out, and somehow the advice it gives is so balanced and reasonable. It's as if you're talking to a professional. Because of bananas, you need to set boundaries. Communicate with your roommate. Number 1, set boundaries. Label your bananas. Keep your bananas in a separate area. You can
consider talking to your landlord or resident advisor.
Literally ask it for any advice, like how to deal with a tricky situation, or how to impress your in-laws, or get a raise at work. Literally anything.
There was one guy in Russia. He, by using ChatGPT, there was like all people were talking about. It was big news. He found for himself relationships and found for himself girlfriend. I don't know, will I be able to find for myself boyfriend? I don't know, we will find out. But he found, and as a result he said that they had already relationships. ChatGPT gave him advice to give his girlfriend to be married together. I don't know. But he decided to do opposite, and she was shocked.
You can even ask it how to respond to something in tricky situations. Like if your boss or coworker sent you a nasty message, all you need to do is paste in the message they sent you, then ask ChatGPT for some help and advice. And probably
But I feel that ChatGPT, if you're using this too often, it is people will not be able to not be able. People will be, how to say, too much rely on this and do not think by themselves.
one of my favorite things is it'll even write a response for you. Neat.
Scanning.
Now, another amazing thing ChatGPT can do is actually scan images. So let's just say you had a complex diagram or intricate chart. You could just copy the link to that image, go into ChatGPT and ask it to describe what is in this image. Then just paste the link to it, and in a couple of seconds, it'll explain and describe exactly what is happening in this pic. And sometimes it does get the explanation completely wrong, but if you do give it a bit more information, it should get it right on the second try. Now, another amazing thing you might not have thought to do with ChatGPT is
I didn't know about scanning, so I didn't know about this at all.
actually ask it to plan out a holiday for you. It'll give you a day-to-day itinerary of things you can do while on your trip, and you can even ask it to get more specific and provide options for flights. Something else I actually really like using it for is movie and book recommendations. So you can ask it like, what were the top comedy movies in the 90s? It'll give you a list, just choose one, then sit back, relax, and enjoy. Then something else I really like using it for is taking these super complicated formal agreements and making them more informal and actually understandable. So again, you just copy and paste the text, ask it to make it informal so that finally you can actually understand it. But now let's get our game on with ChatGPT, because believe it or not, you can actually play games with it.
Games. I think that it is fun to have games. I mean, take the bananas next time and stick them right. Stick them right. What does it mean, stick them right? Take the bananas next time and stick them right. Okay. And I think that the presenter is trying hard to disguise her South African accent. I can see through it. South Africa. Why do you think? I do not see. Maybe again, I'm not good at English anyway. I cannot recognize accents. What do you mean by this? Sorry.
Okay, so if you open up ChatGPT and ask it what games you can play with it.
It was jokes. It was jokes. I mean, some things I do not understand sometimes. Looking at this, well, I think probably another guy on my place, he would laugh out loud because, it is maybe hilarious joke, but I do not get sometimes. I mean, yes, and which part of this was joke? Good question. About accent or about bananas? I don't know. I'm just maybe I should be read more carefully.
It'll give you a whole list of different options to choose from, but one of my favorite has got to be trivia. And that is because if you use this prompt over here, you can play any trivia game you want with it. So I mean, if you wanted to, you could play tech trivia, movie trivia, or even something as crazy as cheese trivia. But you can take things to another level and ask ChatGPT to code a game for you, which you can then play in your browser. It does take a few steps to get this right, but you can ask ChatGPT the entire way on how to do this. But I mean, the fact that it can literally make a game from scratch is just whoa. And if all that wasn't enough, you can even play text adventure games with it, like Dungeons and Dragons.
At this moment, by the way, I have another link which opened in my account. I want to show you. I decided to play Call of War. Nobody is paying for this to me. I mean, like, I'm not advertising this game, but I can show you this game now because I want to have here in this game like $50 to put in this game. I mean, I don't know, maybe it is a waste of money, but I mean, it will be fun. And one guy from from North Dakota, he attacked me. I say this in my live stream, or not live stream, in my Instagram, and in live stream I was talking on TikTok about this. Anyway, and this guy from North Dakota, he attacked me, and I think that I tried to play other games too, but I didn't know about GPT, that it can create. I didn't know that it can create games by itself. Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons. I know a little bit rules Dungeons and Dragons. I want to find the company with whom I would be able to play this game. Example, once in a while. I don't know, maybe once per month, I don't know. I would be happy to do this personally. I think it would be fun. Yeah, anyway, we will see. But I didn't know again about this feature too. It is already, you can see that I found another feature of ChatGPT. I think it is already cool.
Honestly, don't play Dungeons and Dragons, but you gotta admit it's pretty crazy that it can make a completely original story for you from absolutely nothing.
Better responses.
Now, to get better responses, the best thing to do is to pretend as though you're talking to a real person. If you ask something simple like what's 1 + 1, you'll get a simple answer. But the more detailed you are in your questions, like why exactly does 1 + 1 = 2, the more detailed and informative its response is. The second thing to do for better responses is always correct ChatGPT when you think it's made a mistake. I asked it who Hales World was, and let's just say it got it totally wrong. So as you go, the more you correct it, the more it can learn from its mistakes and hopefully just not make them again. Then also, don't forget, something else you can do is assign personas wherever you can. Because every ChatGPT personality you assign it can actually give you a different response. And the crazy thing is, don't ask me how, some personalities even give you better responses than others.
Wow, original content.
Now, if all that wasn't enough, don't forget that ChatGPT can create completely original content, like write a song for you about aliens that make bad.
I was creating a story in ChatGPT about how guy abandoned his girlfriend, and she was boyfriend. How one guy he abandoned her girlfriend, which was pregnant, because he loved another guy. I mean, I was cruel. I know. And I asked ChatGPT to create this story, and it created, and as a result, he successfully abandoned this girl because she was pregnant. I mean, he didn't want to have future with her despite that she was pregnant. But he found love with a guy, and they were living together as gay couple. I don't know. Maybe some people would say, Alex, what are you doing? That's not right way to use ChatGPT and to not create such stories, but I mean, why not? It is life, it can happen, and I was thinking, what if ChatGPT will write this story? Anyway, it was fun.
Jokes, create an Instagram caption, write your best man speech that you've only known for 1 week. The options of content it can create for you are absolutely unlimited, and I mean, you could even take a job description with all its information, pop that into ChatGPT, and ask it to write a 1-page cover letter for you. So if you think about it, when it comes to content creation, the sky is the absolute limit. And believe it or not, I actually used ChatGPT to write this entire video. I'm just kidding, but most of it. So if you think about it, this is only the beginning, and AI is only going to get better. So hit that sub button if you want to see some more cool things you can do with AI. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodle!
Yeah, I think it was nice. It was nice live stream, and it was nice topic. I believe that in future ChatGPT can change a lot of things, like in our basic lives. I believe that it is fun to, and it is important to try to understand a little bit about technologies, because come on, technologies, they have interesting thing. They making our life more convenient, more interesting. Every day you can find new and new technologies, new programs, new applications. They can help you in studying languages, in understanding some topics, and also they can help you maybe I see in relationships. They can give you advices. They can be as your therapist. Sometimes it can be even so like this. And I see your message, Lisa. You said, I wonder what ChatGPT will be doing for us in 10 years. I wonder too, because it looks like after 10 years it will be able to do anything. And like we can see how it is growing, and in some countries I believe that people are afraid sometimes these technologies. I think that it is kind of understandable, but at the same time to be afraid of everything around, like it is, I think, come on, why life? Yeah, if you will be, the most important to use this in right way, in a way of improving this world. It would be fun. It will be finding me a date, hopefully. Yeah, it will find you dates for sure. And yes, at this moment I think that it was nice video. I think it was nice video. I'm happy that we were watching this video together. And by the way, you can support me by leaving your comments below, by leaving like. You can help me in Buy Me a Coffee, in Patreon. You can even directly to send me in PayPal. And like even $1, it is already crazy cool. Yeehaw! And I wish you to be yourself. Do not rely completely on any technologies. Try to be anyway independent from them, but use them in right way to improve quality of your life. Yes, I'm wishing to be yourself. You are amazing. I'm hugging you. I believe in you. You can achieve results in anything. And I hope maybe these words I'm telling also to myself, that I hope that I will achieve fluency in English and in Chinese, because I'm studying this language. And yes, you're amazing. Have a nice day and see you next time.